EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Western Pennsylvania and Heinz Field in the Steel City of Pittsburgh. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Pittsburgh Steelers. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. On first down, it's Rosen. Completion here to Claypool. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Here's Rosen. Able to hit his target, Claypool. And he'll be just shy of the 20 at the 19 as he goes out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
At the 19-yard line.
From the gun, it's Rosen. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And this drive will start on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Remember, Charles, this is the #1 defense in the NFL, and they prove their mettle here, forcing the turnover on the opening possession.
And sometimes when you play a team that has that reputation, it's earned it by their play. The psychology is, okay, they're #1. They have to prove it to us, and they tried to attack. They found out that that ranking was real.
And if history is any indication, when this defense gets off to a good start, look out.
Yeah, their offense plays off of them awfully well, too.
A good run by Chubb on first down as he'll get about 6 yards there. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. He's at the 50, the 30, 10, and he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good pass rushers like this team does. Read like a book. He read it like a book and took it in for 6.
And if they use their eyes well and their anticipation skills, they can make big plays, just as what we saw. A free safety's dream. Follow the football, go to it, and take it the other way.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
No gain on the play. And it brings up 3rd down.
shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he's got a man, Corey Davis.
The pass.
That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville.
Gain of 15. And the Jaguars.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. They find some open field here. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 34 yards there and a first down.
Well, partner, I have to say they called him in the right defense there. Nickel set, fifth defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Able to complete this to Shenault. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll look to throw again. His pass caught at the 4. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown.
Josh Lambo lining up.
Albert Okwuegbunam, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up.
That ties the game.
Point after by Lambo, up and good. And we are tied at 7.
Josh Lambo to kick off for Jacksonville.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown, so 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
No gain.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Rosen. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
I may be an analyst, but I'm also a fan. I love it when people take the big shots downfield, but he was under a lot of duress. And I think that forced the incompletion downfield. Didn't have a real good chance to find his target.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10.
Switch it, switch it, come on, switch it.
Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the 1st down.
Now Rosen on first down. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away. But it does get away, and it's second down.
To 2nd and 10.
They want to go to the air again with Rosen. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
On third down, Rosen. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he'll get this way down into Jacksonville territory. A big play on third there for the Steelers. 43 yards. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Chase Claypool, the intended target. That'll bring up second down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, here's Rosen. Escaping the pressure right. Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Steelers have taken the lead. Good bounce-back drive right there through the pick on drive number 1. Drive number 2 leads them right down the field into the end zone.
Agree totally. Excellent bounce-back, tremendous poise, confidence never lost, and obviously he transmitted that to his teammates as well. What a really nice drive.
As well good with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them.
A gain of 4. And it's 3rd down.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down.
He's tackled at the
It'll be a gain of 4. And it'll move the chains.
first down, Jackson.
The Jags with the football to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And connecting here with DJ Chark. Schwade, touchdown, Jaguars. DJ Chark with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up.
Well, if the plan is to come in here and go toe-to-toe with these guys, it certainly does not hurt if you hit them with a big shot along the way, too.
That's got to give him some confidence. And the other thing right now, it quiets this crowd, at least for the time being.
Yeah, that is what is called the intended consequence of their actions.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number one goal? Make the playoffs. Number two, win your division. Number three, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number one seed so you get that first round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
C.J. Henderson
Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
From the gun on third down, it's Rosen. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. It's taken to the 26. A good kick that time, but also a pretty good 15-yard return. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give it.
Trying to set up the screen, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A great effort there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Steelers are going to take the lead. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14.
makes the score Steelers 21. Jaguars.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
The Jaguars take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it first and 10. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain, second down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's fourth down. And the Jaguars send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And this one's going to be touchdown right at about the 35-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Smith-Schuster.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. From the 34 now, here's first and 10.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. 95 is mine. Let's go.
Here's Rosen to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. When I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
They run again on first down, Chubb. He'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They give to Chubb out of the gun. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Bud Dupree able to record his 5th sack of the season. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down. Rosen will throw. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. That one, a gain of 20 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Now it's Rosen. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete.
Rosen's pass.
No gain on the screen there. It's second down.
No gain on the play. Brings up second and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Check 99. On them. 55. Hug. Eat.
Throwing again, it's Rosen. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 22-yard line. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there.
At the 22-yard line.
Rosen on first and 10. He's to the 10. This will be caught inside the 10. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on first and goal. Again, it's Rosen. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver that time. But it'll be second and goal. Way down to about the 1-yard line.
Running out of the
7 big yards on the carry there to get him within range of the goal line with third down upcoming.
It's now third and goal.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. They were held out last time. Here now is third and goal from the 1.
95%. Check his mark. Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
They'll look to run with Conner. He's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. No gain on the play, and what to do now on fourth and goal.
Brings up fourth and
now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great play there as time expires in the first half. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Big decision there. They say forget the field goal and go for it, and it pays off.
I wonder who was in the ear of the head coach on this one. Did he make this call on his own? Or maybe the analytics coach got involved? And a lot of times you talk about that all week before the game. Hey, for in certain situations, analytics actually says do it this way, which might be against the norm. And it paid off for them in a really nice way.
Cashing in and there on the final play of the first half. The Jaguars with work to do. They trail here as we are back underway on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And this one into the hands of DJ Chark. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this one is incomplete. DJ Chark, the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. There goes a deep ball, end zone, and unable to connect, incomplete. Well, give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. To throw on 2nd and 6, Rosen. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Sidney Jones.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to give a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
They'll look to throw. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Devin Bush in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, third and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Flush to his right. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Now a hit and a loose football, and the Jags grab it. And maybe getting a little too cute there on the punt return. Sometimes they forget Paramount holding on to that football.
I really do believe most of the return guys think to themselves, when I get the ball, I'm going to make the play that's going to change the game.
I'm going to break it.
I'm going to break it. And you love that they have that attitude, but your point is so well taken. What do you have to do? First and foremost,
hold on to it.
Take care of the football. That's all he needed to do.
Oh, they go with a tight end carry. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, second and 12. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12.
At the Steelers' 23-yard line.
His throw caught right around the 6. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Christian Kirk, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars have cut it back within a score.
For the point after.
That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive, first and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
So after the loss of 2, here's second and 12 from the 23. Play action here with Rosen. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down. From the gun, it's Rosen. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Chase Claypool, the intended target. But it's going to be 2nd down.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Rosen again on 2nd and 10. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll get this way down into Jacksonville territory. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 62 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone.
55 is mark, guys, 55. Here we go, D. It's just me and you.
Now Rosen. That is caught at the 7. And the Steelers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A great effort there. With his 3rd touchdown so far, number 13 now on the year. And the Steelers are going to take the lead. It's up and good, and they jump back ahead, 35-28.
Fix the score, Steelers 35, Jaguars 28.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Taking it about the 1. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 30-yard line.
Is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. And the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4. They run it again with Chubb. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a 1st down.
And the Jaguars.
Coming right, this is Chubb on the toss. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That really sets him back. A loss of 6.
42.
Second and long. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off near the 32. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He didn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead now up to 14.
28. Chris Boswell, the kickoff for Pittsburgh.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. We'll see if they can band back together after the pick 6. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A 2-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down.
First down, Jaguars.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And his pass is intercepted for the... Now the ball comes loose. And I think they are going to get this one back. Well, that would have been something. Double turnovers. But instead, they'll keep the possession on the INT. And, partner, I know hindsight's always 20/20. But, man, just in general, those laterals, they can be so risky. And we see the risk that can be involved right there.
And you just have to know, and we've seen it because we've been at a lot of practices. It's not something that's practiced very often. You know, in that situation, you don't see guys really working on it. Maybe like we're bringing the rugby guys in to help us with tackling. Maybe we ask them to help us with the laterals as well and make that a better play.
They go play action. It's Rosen. Steps away to his left. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. From the shotgun, it's Rosen. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Sidney Jones. Past the 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Taking it about the 1. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
Take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And now this fourth quarter becoming very interesting. That pick six makes this a one-score game. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how aggressive they choose to be. Now a handoff here to his running back. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. The last run got a couple. Here's second and 8. And he'll lose yardage here. Going down back at the 28. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
The Steelers on third down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9.
Middle. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right. Tight on the right. Mike 55.
Out of the gun. Here's Josh Rosen. And that is incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
And he fields it cleanly. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 39. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. Here's Rosen. That's complete to his running back counter. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion.
22-yard line.
So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left.
At the 17-yard line.
On 2nd down now, it's Connor. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining.
At the 11-yard line.
Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. Here's Rosen. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker. And the return won't go anywhere. They'll be back deep in their own territory at the 2-yard line. Well, all I can do up here is just shake my head. I mean, 6 interceptions. I cannot imagine what he's thinking between the ears right now.
Well, just think of how it is for his teammates, because after the first few, you know they're going over to him, hey, we'll get them next time. Now they're probably a little bit frustrated. And if you're a receiver, you're thinking to yourself, any ball that's in the air, you become receiver and defensive back. You've got to go compete for the ball so that you don't get another one picked off.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
1st down.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Big gains in succession. Last one was over 20. This one over 30. They'll look to throw. That's out to Chubb, complete. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. Back to throw. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And he's going to get into the end zone. So the fake spike works, and they score. DJ Chark with 1 second remaining. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up. And now they're going to go for 2 and a possible win as this crowd rises to make things difficult. Now whistles here, and I believe one of the Jaguar linemen might have moved. Lambo to add on the extra point. And he has got it. So barring something crazy on the kickoff, we're looking at an extra period to decide this one.
Josh Lambo to kick off for Jacksonville.
So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. Taking it about the 1. And we need overtime to decide this one after 4 quarters of play. We're all even. The extra session in a moment. This is the NFL on EA Sports. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. again, it's Chubb. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down.
No gain on the
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
It's time to learn that. Mess around and put that thing up where you burn that. 6 figures every year, yeah, earn that. At the front of this line is where my turn at.
Sometimes you need a friend, not the ones that you should.
What will they draw up to try to keep this opening drive of overtime moving? 3rd and 7. Now a first throw here in overtime. Forced out to his left. He may try and run for this. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 12 more yards there and another first down. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. Well, they say it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Another first down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Corey Davis, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Mark Andrews, there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. In need of a 3rd and 10 conversion to keep this opening drive of OT alive. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. The open man is Shark. It's complete. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? Again, he'll drop to throw. And that will be incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on third down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected fourth down here.
And the Jaguars send out their punter on for a very important punt here in overtime. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. And a good result there as that'll get out of bounds and pin them back at their 10-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. Excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Part 1 is done, now part 2.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. 2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up. You can't block me. Mike 55. He can't hang.
Now Rosen on 1st down. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Josh Allen in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Another try after the 1st down sack. Rosen looking left side, and it's complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Off the play fake, here's Rosen. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. It's caught at the 10, and he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. In overtime. A partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters, what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for Pittsburgh, they continue to put themselves in position for a 1st-round bye as they move to 8-2. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, they come back to the pack a bit as their record falls to 7-3. And they'll try to turn it around next week as they head to Atlanta for a matchup with the Falcons. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.